Bills. About little Bills.
Jets are taking AFC East. No, they're not.
Giant pandas gifted to Beijing and 1,000-pound pumpkins. All of that, plus weather, entertainment, and sports. Stay tuned, Plattsburgh. Good evening, Plattsburgh. I'm Sylvia Mania.
And I'm Molly Ryan.
2 5-year-old giant pandas gifted from Beijing to Hong Kong landed at Hong Kong International Airport on Thursday. They are heading in royal fashion to the region's Ocean Park Animal Theme Park, all the way from a breeding center in mainland China, Sichuan Province. Elite police motorcyclists who normally escort visiting VIPs reportedly usher them to their new home across town at Ocean Park, where the pair will join 4 other pandas at the theme park. The arrival of pandas, An and Kiki, has a political objective. It comes as Hong Kong officials drum up enthusiasm for celebrating 75 years of Communist China on October 1st. But fans hoping to catch a glimpse of them will have to wait for at least a month, as they will spend the next 30 days in quarantine in the southern Chinese city. An, a male weighing 130 kilograms, is strong, nimble, and clever, while Kiki, a female weighing 100 kilograms, is good at climbing, gentle, and cute. The city's chief executive, John Lee, told at a press conference on Tuesday. They bring the total number of pandas in the city to 6, joining Lily and Yingying, who were gifted to Hong Kong in 2007. Yingying made headlines in August by giving birth to twins, making her the oldest known first-time panda mother.
It's that time of the year where the coolest pumpkin harvests are on display. In Michigan, one man has taken that to a new level. He grows giant pumpkins in his front yard, with some projected to weigh more than 1,000 pounds. Amaya Kuznicki takes a look.
Pumpkins, pumpkins, and more pumpkins. Dan Fleeser's front yard is full of them.
The kids really love them.
But they aren't ordinary pumpkins.
We are looking at my biggest pumpkin ever as of right now. I hope it goes heavy. We don't know, but it's taping over 2,000 pounds.
In Williamston, Dan is known as the Pumpkin Man.
Here we go.
He's been growing pumpkins since 2010 and has been a part of numerous weigh-in contests.
It's crazy when you're taking these down the road though on a trailer, because you got cameras coming out. All of a sudden a car be passing you on the highway, and all of a sudden you go, where'd that car go? And you look, there's a camera pointed at the pumpkin taking pictures.
Dan says pumpkin growing is a full-time job.
No vacations, just overnight vacations. That's about it.
He spends hours and hours tending to them, making sure they stay in tip-top shape.
Yeah, there's times in the summer it's 90 degrees and I'll be out here from like 8 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning with a headlamp, burying vines or weeding.
But he says all the hard work is worth it.
It is addicting. I've been doing it so long now, it's hard to do anything else but pumpkins pretty much anymore.
Hurricane Helen makes landfall in Florida. This Category 4 hurricane is battering the Floridian coast. Sheriff A.J. Smith of Franklin County has more as this storm sweeps through his home.
The tide is definitely rising, and as you said, a lot of our streets in Apalachicola and on the island are underwater, and I just came across the causeway. The water's about even with the top of the causeway. It's not over the road, but if we get any more water, it will be over the road. And I'm encouraging people, do not get out in this weather. Stay home. I just witnessed a car ride through high water and it broke down. They called 911. So don't get out in this weather so that we don't have to be out trying to save your life. Because if you stay home, then you're protecting your first responders as well.
Hurricane Helen is expected to weaken into a Category 2 and later into a tropical depression as it moves northwest. On Tuesday night, Missouri executive 55-year-old Marcellus Williams by lethal injection. Williams' execution came after the U.S. Supreme Court denied a stay earlier in the day. On Monday, Missouri's Supreme Court and governor also refused to grant a stay of execution. In 2001, Williams was convicted of the 1998 stabbing death of former newspaper reporter Felicia Gale. Williams had also maintained his innocence, and prosecutors were reconsidering his case. In a rare move, St. Louis top prosecutor filed a motion to vacate the conviction in January. Among the reasons, one of the prosecutors in the original trial said that he struck a potential juror because, like Williams, he was black. The victim's family also had asked that Williams be spared death.
All right, Plattsburgh, after this short break, take a look at your weather and stay tuned.
Warp Radio runs on Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10 here on campus. It gives Plattsburgh students an opportunity to be a radio DJ and see if that's something they have interest in for a future career path. You're listening to WARP, Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10, Plattsburgh, New York.
Here, that's Unsworth on the breakaway here, trying to score and scores!
And is seeking their 8th national championship.
I'm here with the Cardinals starting center and one of the stars of the game today.
Yeah, not a good look.
The judges and I have been deliberating.
30s, high at 36.
PS News' Jeff Koff looks at one challenge facing renters.
Hello, Plattsburgh. I'm Connor Ryan, former host of Nature's Fury, here to bring you your local weather. Over here in Owl's Head, it's a nice crisp 66 degrees. Down there in Vermontville, it's 69. Dannemora is 67. All Sable Forks, 73. Over here in our hometown Plattsburgh, it's a nice 71 degrees out. In St. Albans City, it's 69, and down here in Burlington, it's 71. Let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. Partly cloudy throughout the week. Today, it's a high of 71. Tomorrow, a high of 72. On Sunday, also high of 72. On Monday, it jumps up to 74, but on Tuesday, it drops back down to 72. We'll be right back with sports, so stay tuned, Plattsburgh.
Hard work, dedication, communication, just overall commitment to training and one another.
I can be a part of something bigger than myself. Hard work and dedication. I wouldn't be where I am without Chad.
Going in every day, working hard, looking to improve. They're going to be good and bad days, but making sure you can overcome that.
Being there for your teammates.
Like finding your limit and then wanting to do better than that.
Dedication. It means family.
Fun.
Dedication. Hello, Plattsburgh. I'm Alex Duval, and I'll be your sports anchor today. To start off, let's talk about New York football. On Thursday night, the New York Giants played against the Dallas Cowboys. Sadly, the New York Giants took the loss, losing 20-15, and now have a record of 1-3. The Giants' next game will be against the Seattle Seahawks, who have a record of 3-0. The game will be played on Sunday, October 6th. This Sunday, September 29th, the New York Jets will play the Denver Broncos, who have a record of 1-2, while the Jets have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss after winning their game against the New England Patriots 24-3 last Thursday. Currently, the Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, Houston Texans, and Kansas City Chiefs are leaders in the AFC division. And the Washington Commanders, Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, and Seattle Seahawks are the leaders in the NFC division. Now let's talk Major League Baseball. This week, the New York Yankees ended their series against the Athletics on Sunday, as the Yankees took the win 7-4, sweeping the Athletics in their 3-game series. On Tuesday, the Yankees started their 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees lost that first game 5-3 and took another loss against the Orioles on Wednesday, losing 9-7. On Thursday, they took a win with the score of 10-1. The Yankees have now secured a spot for the playoffs this year and are currently in first in the American League and will be playing in October. Now, as for the New York Mets, it comes down to this. On Sunday, the Mets ended their 3-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies, winning 2-1. On Tuesday, the Mets started their 3-game series against their current biggest rivals when it comes to the playoff spot, the Atlanta Braves. The Mets lost the first 3 games, losing 5-1. Wednesday and Thursday games were postponed due to weather, and the Mets will play the Atlanta Braves on Monday as a doubleheader. This will be their last game of the regular season for both teams, which will determine one of them will be playing in the postseason. Starting tonight, the Mets have a 3-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Mets are currently in second place for the wild card spot, with the Diamondbacks being a half a game behind them, and the Braves only 1 game behind. It's going to be a tight race for the Mets as we enter the final week of regular season baseball. Well, that's all I got for you, Plattsburgh. Now back to the desk.
A docuseries about Sean Diddy Combs is coming to Netflix. Executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson says the series will focus on sexual assault and abuse allegations against Diddy, as well as the sex trafficking and racketeering charges he's facing. 50 Cent and director Alexandria Stapleton say the docuseries will span decades and will give a voice to the voiceless. A release date has not been announced. Diddy is currently behind bars after being arrested on September 16th. The 54-year-old was indicted on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty. John Mulaney and Olivia Munn are having a kid. They've welcomed a daughter via a surrogate. The couple announced June Mulaney was born on September 14th. Munn and Mulaney also share a son, Malcolm, who was born in 2021. The couple has had a busy year. They got married in July, a few months after Munn was diagnosed with breast cancer. She has since had a double mastectomy and a hysterectomy. Lady Gaga has been busy on a movie set and in the studio. The singer has 2 new albums coming out in the next few months. Harley Quinn will be released on September 27th and feature 13 songs. Harley Quinn is a soundtrack album for the upcoming movie Joker: Folie à Deux. The Grammy and Oscar winner stars opposite Joaquin Phoenix in the movie, which opens October 4th. Meanwhile, the first single from her 7th studio album will debut next month. That's going to be all for us, Plattsburgh. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Plattsburgh State TV.
Have a good night, Plattsburgh.